Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study some main topics of subject physics class first year. These video lectures are also useful for MBBS test. These lectures are in very simple words by which anyone can take help. If I missed anything in this video or you don't understand anything, so comment in the comment section. So let's move to our lecture. Let's explore 15 questions of physics with answers. So what is scalar? A scalar is a physical quantity that has magnitude but no direction. Examples of scalars include temperature, mass, time, and speed. What is a vector? A vector is a physical quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Examples of vectors include displacement, velocity, force, and acceleration. What is a unit vector? A unit vector is a vector with a magnitude of 1. It is used to represent direction and is often denoted by placing a head on top of the vector sample. Unit vectors are important in expressing other vectors in terms of their components. What is a free vector? A free vector is a vector that can be moved anywhere in space without changing its magnitude or direction. It is independent of its point of application. What is a position vector? A position vector is a vector that describes the position of a point relative to a reference point or origin. It is usually represented by an arrow pointing from the origin to the point and is used to indicate displacement. What is a null vector? A null vector is also known as zero vector. Is a vector with zero magnitude and arbitrary direction. It has no physical significance but is often used as reference or placeholder in vector calculations. What are the properties of vector addition? The properties of vector addition are commutative property. The order of adding vectors does not affect the result. A plus B is equals to B plus A. Associative property, the grouping of vectors being added does not affect the result. A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Zero vector property. Adding the zero vector to any vector does not change the vector. A plus 0 is equals to A. Inverse vector property. The negative of a vector when added to the vector gives the zero vector. A plus negative A is equals to 0. What is the dot product? The dot product, also known as the scalar product, is an operation between two vectors that results in a scalar. It is calculated by multiplying the magnitudes of the vectors and the cosine of the angle between them. What is the commutative law of dot product? The commutative law of the dot product states that the dot product of two vectors is the same regardless of the order in which they are multiplied. A dot B is equal to B dot A. What is the distributive law of dot product? The distributive law of dot product states that the dot product of a vector with the sum of two vectors is equal to the sum of the dot product of the vector with each individual vector. A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. What is the cross product? The cross product, also known as vector product, is an operation between two vectors that results in a vector perpendicular to the plane containing the original vectors. The magnitude of cross product is equal to product of magnitudes of vectors and the sign of angle between them. What are the properties of vector product? The properties of vector product are non-commutative property. The order of vectors affects the direction of resulting vector. A multiplied by B is equal to negative B multiplied by A. Distributive property, the cross product distributes over vector addition. A multiplied by B plus C is equal to A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. Associative property, the cross product does not associate with vector addition. A multiplied by B multiplied by C is not equal to A multiplied by B multiplied by C. What is the cross product of two parallel vectors? The cross product of two parallel vectors is 0. This is because the sign of angle between them is 0, resulting in a 0 magnitude vector. What is the cross product of two perpendicular vectors? The cross product of two perpendicular vectors is a vector with a magnitude equal to the product of magnitudes of vectors and a direction perpendicular to both of them. What is the geometric interpretation of cross product? The geometric interpretation of the cross product is that the resulting vector is perpendicular to the plane containing original vectors and its direction follows the right-hand rule. The magnitude of cross product is proportional to the area of parallelogram formed by original vectors. If you like this video, then please like, subscribe, comment and share our channel Dr. Raza Academy and Educational Consultancy.